Greetings and one and all, watchers and listeners. Because at the end of the day, it's all right. We are back again for our YouTube series utilizing the cipher system, specifically the Mystery Flesh Pit cipher system, the happiest place in Earth. And oh boy, we had a magnificent shift in our last session. Players went on a rescue mission to, well, I mean, in unrequited, they did not want to rescue him, but they went on to rescue Ranger Ted, and hey, as an added bonus, they were able to save Rudy. He is in no shape or form horribly traumatized from the 2 weeks he was part of a compound organism, and his mind has totally not been fucked with. And these are not going to be long-lasting repercussions. And we totally don't have a serial killer on the park now going by the name of the dwarf-sized killer.
I love you for that.
These are things that are totally not going on right now. As like a camera is just filming the park in the midst of this giant crater-sized opening made in the mystery meat pit, we see a woman running for terror and a smallish, diminutive man wearing a really, well, it's a stovepipe top hat, so it's the long cylinder style one. But then the tip of it is also asymmetrical, so it's also got a little tilt to it. And he's got a really, really long cape because he's so damn short that his cape is just too long, so it just crashes on the ground and you hear a yeah. And with a slash of silver in the light, her life is brought to an end. And in all honesty, I'm going to fade to black because of what the dwarf-sized killer does to the body. We'll find out in the morning, but I'm not going to describe graphic detail. But past beyond this, we do have our players. Now, first but foremost, I would actually like to go back to Yuretsi, because she was relaxing her, and she had just spoken with the attorney that said they were going to be taking her case, to when she hears a frantic knocking on her door.
Oh.
Does Yuretsi go to the door?
Yes.
So when you open your door, you see about a good 5 of your fellow park guides, except they're all wearing tank tops and they have their hands, their fists are all wrapped up in tape and everything. They're all wrapped up and they're like, "Hey, Yuretsi, are you joining us for the annual fight club tonight?"
It's like, no.
Oh, but this is a big one! It's all divisions versus people in black. We finally get to see if all the rumors are true and if these guys actually can take a punch. I mean, personally, I've been looking forward to punching Riley in the face. Punching that cute, smug motherfucker.
You know what? I guess she would watch, but she would definitely not participate.
So, now, as you are following your fellow squad mates, they're not going to force you to participate, but when you say that you just want to watch, they're like, "Oh, happily, you can be our cheer squad." So you get down to the private area of the Fondue Village. So granted, even though this is a employees only area of housing, there still is that unnecessary staff only door that it's like only staff can go in here. It's supposed to be an area that is only for engineering. So to help describe a little bit of the Fondue Village, as I did a little bit in the first session, the Fondue Village is the best way to describe it. And Matt, if you are a resident of Colorado, we have an area called the Manitou Cliff Dwellings, to where the indigenous people had literally carved out homes in the side of the cliffside in Manitou Springs. This is essentially what has happened here in this area of the flesh pit. They literally carved out a canyon and then carved in sections of the flesh to make these apartment cliffside dwelling. But at the same time, it's just the flesh runs like a little bit like melted fondue. It's just all drippy and slimy. Sometimes you gotta watch your feet. Exactly. Thank you, Mori. So that is a perfect screenshot. Mori just provided a screenshot in our Discord to help for the description of this. That is a perfect example. Yes. So you're now descending into the lowest levels of the Fondue Village employee section. You go through the door and you're just bombarded by noise. There's at least a good 300 people in, and you're seeing all divisions: park management, park guides, rangers, engineers, the electrical department, which is the sub branch of the. You see all the different sub branching of the engineers, and then of course you see the people in black. Just now, granted, there's at least a good 50 to 60 people in each department, maybe more. But the people in black, they literally only have like maybe 5 individuals representing all of their massive department. So you know these fuckers are either they got the riz or they're just cocky. Either way, your department don't like it. And you hear your loudmouth one. You know him by his name is Kyle. Kyle just looks at you and goes, "Oh, god damn it, Riley's not here yet. Coward must have ran away. Coward must not be thinking of showing up. Ha! I knew he was scared to face me." And before we go off to, which, you know what, I think we'll go actually see how Moonlight's going, because she's actually with Riley presently. You actually get to see the first opening match of the Fight Club, and you see he's about a good 5'9", maybe weighs 145 pounds. He has a bowl cut haircut, and he stands there with one arm behind his back and says, and when he sees one person, he goes, "Oh, no. Send your whole squad." You see a good 30 people all run out. They encircle him, and he proceeds to just manhandle these people. Yeah. One person kicks. He catches it, breaks their kneecap, pushing their leg up, catches another person, and as he flips over them, causing them to fall on the ground, dislocates their arm, catches another person with a roundhouse kick. It just proceeds on more with this. Your squad mates are all just, their jaws hit the ground, and they look at you like,
Hey, you said you wanted to fight.
Kyle's now like, "Hey, my stomach is starting to hurt." And then you see one of the park management. Her name is Sheila. She stands about a good 5'2", but with her beehive haircut, she stands about a good 5'8". And she has bottle cap glasses, and she's got a little teacup dress on. She comes up on her high heels and goes, "Oh, hi there. Hey there, fellow Rangers. I see you've made it. Oh, Kyle, we got you set up to be fighting here in the next few minutes now." Kyle's face turns white. "Oh, don't worry. Riley said he'll be getting here soon. He gave us a call on the phone. He said he's out on a date with the girl of his dreams." And with that, we go to Moonlight and Riley presently at the... So in Seattle, Washington, there's the Space Needle. You can actually eat at the Space Needle, and it actually rotates. So essentially, you're at the Flesh Pit Needle, and Riley got you the chef table. So you're...
My face is just in a play gun.
Did anyone ever tell you that you're like really hot when you eat?
Huh? Oh, thank you. Ain't you gonna touch your plate?
Yeah, no. And this is when you watch Riley just eats like fucking Luffy and Goku. He's just shoving shit into his mouth. And it's gone before you can finish your sentence. That was really good, man.
That was really hot. I go back to eating more food.
Riley is just staring at you, enamored. So, Moonlight, man, so I've heard that you have quite an interesting background, and I've heard rumors and legends about the group you come from. So, would you be willing to tell me a little bit more about them?
Oh, which group? There was the sex cult I've been with for a couple years. I was in the military for a couple years. I was sent to death camps as a teenager for a couple years.
Ooh, actually, tell me a little bit about all 3.
Well, since we're public, I'll hide a couple details. My family's completely nuts, but like one of those hardcore preppers who aren't even preppers. They're just batshit crazy, but they most likely will survive an apocalypse as long as the Earth stays intact, I guess. But when I was 18, I was in the military for a couple years, travel around. Actually, they kind of kicked me out of an airplane into the Amazon. Took me 2 years to get back, and then they just kind of begged for my forgiveness. But, I got bored of that. Then I found the sex cult, so I quit the military. And sex cults, amazing. We got some great educational programs.
That is really fascinating. Thought about that. Like, sex cults would really have that, but that's really interesting. Now, here's my question. How did you get so strong?
Well, you just see a zoom up of Moonlight's face as she has this 1,000-yard stare. You hear all these guns and explosives in the background. Daily exercise. A lot of exercise and a good healthy balance of nutrition.
Well, color me impressed. In my day, I used to, get around and, I used to fight for money and fight in some tournaments, things like that, man. It was kind of fun. I had a little nickname during that time. I can't remember. I can't really remember. It was something silly.
Oh yeah, what kind of? That sounds really, really fun. What kind of fights were you doing?
And Riley gets ready to answer that, and this is when, like, walking around in the restaurant, some really, really big guys, they are each about like 6'5", 6'6", maybe about a good 280, 350 pounds each. And these guys are clearly cage fighters, and they're getting ready to walk to their seat. And as they pass by your table, they see Riley, and they just scream in horror. And they go, "Oh God, the Fang!"
I look at the guys and I look at Riley. He doesn't have fangs.
Just the bigger of the two, he just looks at you and they goes, "If you fought him, you would know why he's called the Fang."
I fight him most nights.
They look at you, they look at Riley, they look at you, they look at Riley, and they're just, "My gosh, he must be an even bigger monster than him. Let's make sure to be on our best behavior here and not do anything. So we're not going to be thinking."
I just grab a talkie's leg. I start munching on it while I'm looking at them. So tell me about the Fang?
Like, literally all the color just drains from their face. And this is when, like, you notice that one of the other guys, he has like a whole brace on his head to where it looks like it's for literally keeping his skull together, and his head's just covered in scars. And he just points at Riley and he goes, "He did this to me!"
Oh, is that all? I stand up, I lift up my shirt to show like a part of my side and back, and you just see a sensor ball. I got this from a tribal member.
Just the second biggest guy just lets out a scream like Ned Flanders.
Oh, come on. He was a real sweetheart after he lost.
And this is when one of the maitre d's, they come by and they go, "Mr. Riley, you have a phone call." "Oh, but I'm busy, man. But do we really? Okay, fine." And he picks up the phone and he's just, "Huh? Wait, was that tonight?" But he looks over at you, Moonlight, and then he gets this evil, devilish grin. "Okay, we'll be there in like 15 minutes, man. And who am I going to be fighting? Oh, him? I'm going to destroy him." Riley hangs up the phone and looks at you and goes, "So, Miss Moonlight, can I have the chance to show off for you a little tonight?"
Moonlight starts taking off her shirt. I mean, like, right here? I mean, a little public, but...
Riley just turns pink. He goes, "Oh, maybe later, Miss Moonlight. No, what I mean is, you want to know about, the Fang? Well, how about I show you?"
Right here in public? I mean... But, yeah, she agrees.
So Riley, he slaps down just a wad of bills on the table and goes, "That should be enough for the bill and the tip. Have a good day, guys."
I grab a whole roasted chicken and I walk out.
Just one of the bigger guy just goes, "Now there's a woman." And Riley leads you to the bullet train to take you back to Fondue Village. And Riley just tells you all about the company-wide fight club.
Can I join?
"Well, of course you can, man. And I would love to see you whoop someone's ass. This is going to be awesome."
Do they have March?
He just kisses you on the forehead.
That doesn't answer the question.
Yes. Usually they sell VHSs of the fights.
I'm gonna get a coffee mug instead.
Riley hands you a coffee mug of the meat.
Why did you hide this?
I have deep pockets, man.
I'm looking at Riley. His outfit is skin tight.
Yep. You just see his rippling muscles.
No, never mind. I know this trick.
His button up just like the top button explodes off the shirt. Oh, man.
So Moonlight's just dribbling. God damn you.
And we leave Moonlight, and we're going to go to Sticky Joe.
"You can't handle the stick."
Sticky Joe, you wake up and your you're at the hotel room of Anna and Pam, and they're just unconscious on the bed with very pleased looks on their faces. And there's a knock on the door of the room. Do you go check it out?
Sorry, can you repeat that last part?
There's a knock on their door. Do you go and check it?
Oh, Sticky Joe's gonna mar his work. I'm looking like over a loved up mound of Swiss cheese, and he's gonna climb out the window.
My God, this is amazing. So you climb out the window and you realize you're on the 4th floor.
No problem.
Sticky Joe, always ready.
I pull out I always have duct tape on me, so I slap some duct tape underneath the windowsill, and then I'm just going down it just rappelling down to the base level.
Okay, roll me a d20. This is a difficulty roll of 3.
Okay.
Glomp just looks at you from the windowsill and just goes, "Ah! Ah!" And
I rolled 7.
okay, so this is what happened. As you're going down, everything's going just right until Glomp flops down, finally catches up to you and perks on your shoulder, and your tape rips. And you fall good. Thankfully, you were about to the 2nd story, so you fall from and as you're falling, you hear oh, dang it. Well, it looks like we're not going to be able to use Joe here in the fight. I mean, it's not like it's and you fall on Ranger Ted. And I like to think you fall ass first onto him, so, you just have, a greasy ass stain on his back as you get up off of him.
Oh no, this will confuse Glump. He's attracted to scent.
Glump is already just he just gives you that look of never you.
No.
But your other fellow Rangers are looking at you, and thankfully one of them thinks to be prepared, and they wrap a towel around your waist.
When tape secure it.
And one of your female Rangers goes, Sticky, how many times do we have to tell you that this can count as sexual harassment? This is Sally.
She's just mad because Joe left her Sticky one. Never called back.
She just gives you those eyes of I already know what you're thinking, pervert. She's like, Joe, I was drunk that one time, and then 2nd time, and then 3rd time. It will not happen a 4th time.
I'm gonna walk up to her. I'm gonna put one of my fingers to her lips.
Shh, no words, just feelings.
I'm gonna walk off.
She just becomes putty in your hand. She just says, God damn it, I can't quit him. And she goes to follow behind you. The other 2 Rangers go to follow behind you, and Ted is just, really? You people are going to leave me on the ground? And then some child comes out of the hotel room and then just jumps on his nuts. just starts just stomping on him. He's just, what? And you just hear the mom go, good job, Billy. Do, 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 do. And so this is when Clyde, one of the smaller Rangers behind you, you notice that they're wearing tank tops with their fists all wrapped up, and they go, oh, listen, Sticky Joe, tonight's the company-wide fight club, and we need your special brand of Jonas to help take down one of those people in black.
Sticky Joe does what Sticky Joe does. Fight and fuck. And I already fucked.
All right, then. Let's get to it, man. Let's head on down and fuck some people up, man. And you hop on a blood cell bullet, and you make it to the Fondue Village, and you head to the Lois area. And once you pass through the engineering door, you are just belted by that noise. Well, actually, let's rewind a little bit, because I will say the group lets you stop by your apartment so you can get some pants.
What, they don't like the shorts I made out of duct tape?
You know what? Fine. You're sticking with those. You have your shorts of duct tape. You wrap your fist in duct tape. And Clyde respects this because he knows that shit's going to hurt when you take that off.
Oh, yeah. I used double-sided tape for the outer knuckles so I can put it in broken glass and shit.
And when you're walking down the stairs, you come across Sheila, and she has her clipboard, and she goes, oh my goodness, it's you, Joe. Are you gonna be fighting tonight?
Twirl my mustache and just nod. No words are needed for this.
Oh, you know what? This is such a big occasion, then I'm gonna sign you up so you can go next, you big, just lump of stud muffin.
I smell like disgusting sweat and sex.
She just, like, whiffs in your musk.
I love how Sticky does such, like, and he's not even trying to be gross, you know, it's just, he's a busy guy, so it's just like, it's in the back of his mind, and he's like, did I forget something? Nah, you don't even realize.
So Sheila puts you down to be fighting right before Riley, but there's still another round to go, or another 2 rounds to go before you'll be fighting, because there's still the first person in black is just manhandling now the second squad division. So Sheila just gives you those eyes that she normally gives you, takes in one more whiff of just your sticky musk, and to help pump you up for your fight, Clyde puts a strip of duct tape on your chest and rips it off really quick.
You see me shudder, and then suddenly my chest hair grows right back, right where it was.
Yeah, that's the kind of mindset we need you in. Can't have you distracted now.
I'm gonna wink at Garth over there.
God damn it. He puts another strip of duct tape, this time just across your back hair, rips it off your back even faster.
Looks like he got a toupee in his hands.
I'm
immune to the pain at this point.
Oh, I can use this to sell to the lady. And he pockets that fucking back hair toupee.
You're gonna see all my fangirls walking around with like lockets on my back hair.
They have signs that say Sticky SJ316.
Always stay sticky.
Yeah, that's another sign, always stay sticky. And you see literally there's a merch booth, like the top fighters have their own merch that's sold for them. There's the Sticky Joe booth, there's the Riley booth. There's a few other booths, but right now the top 2 sellers right now are Sticky Joe and Riley. But actually, you do pass by another one, which is, surprisingly, it is a Moonlight merch booth.
I'm gonna buy some merchandise. It shows some, support for the one person that I would only eat out of necessity and not for fun.
You are able to score a moonlight Bolt commandments towel and a moonlight bobblehead.
I'll cherish it forever.
The bobblehead is Moonlight standing triumphantly on a pile of dead bodies.
Beautiful.
While she's eating a roasted chicken.
I'm gonna get a little tiny t-shirt, the smallest one they have, toddler size for Glump.
The t-shirt, somehow they were able to get Moonlight's old military photos for when she was in her dress blues. And it's in the front has her picture, and on the back it says "Always bet on light, Moonlight."
Love it.
Glomp is he looks
Okay, this is super cute. I love this.
and
Buy our merch.
and as we leave Joe just navigating through the merch booths, we're gonna check on our favorite engineer. Where is Mori presently? Where is he disappeared off?
Currently, in an undisclosed location that the public doesn't get to see, working on a generator that has gone down and caused 6 people to be eaten by something.
Mori, so the best way for me to describe how this looks is if any of our watchers and listeners have played Dead by Daylight, Mori just looks like one of the players just trying to fix a generator. And the whole time you're doing this, sparks, everything's going off. And to really paint this scene, I would like to think that this isn't just your typical, generator on the ground. No. This is one that is actually up in the air above the floor, or above the ground, so it will not be damaged. So in deep sea oil rigs, they actually have these harnesses for people to strap into and to lower them down for when they need to do repairs under the rig. So that's actually what you're hooked up to right now, Mori. And you're working on this generator, and then just as you put it, a gigantopede is presently just fucking wrecking shit. Presently, and hold up, let us actually go to the map real quick, because I would like to actually give you a actual set location. So pin this for future reference. Okay, that is the park entrance. You're not inside. Okay, so you are near the lower visitor center, which is actually in the central musculature. So instead of the normal, like how when you open up a body, you see just like your typical epidermal layer, the epidermal and the lower epidermal flesh layers. This is straight muscular tendons. This is like really taut, tight tendons. So everything just has that bright red look to it, but then you see the tendons and the muscle fibers when you really get a close look at the walls and the central musculature area. Even the floor is made of these tendons. So it has more of an actual feel to it. It's not as like stepping into the Tempur-Pedic mattress. It's more like you're stepping onto a very tightly stretched trampoline that doesn't have nearly any give. And just underneath you, as I described, a gigantopede. The gigantopede. These gigantic predators, this is actually a very rare event. Like, for the other people who are not seeing this, that are actually inside of the giant lower visitor dome, they're just clapping, just applauding, even though you had this unfortunate family safari in one of the touring pods that just happened to get devoured, because gigantopedes are aggressive, large, and highly territorial. And what this generator powers is the unit that actually repels all flora and fauna in the area. So you might want to work faster, Mori.
I work at my own speed.
You just hear from down there, please! It seems like you've screwed that same thing in twice now. As a man just gets sucked down the gigantopede. Now, the gigantopede does not look like a centipede, actually. It looks like a gargantuan tapeworm. That is about, maybe, if being conservative, about a good 350 meters long. It has over 600 legs, but do not worry. Each body segment is only 4 feet wide. But you actually do know, Mori, that gigantopedes actually, besides hunting for sport, they actually hunt out of boredom or anxiety. These things are assholes.
They're humans.
Pretty much, yes. I like that. Yeah. So, you know what? If you can, roll me a d20. This is going to be a difficulty, because this is difficulty 2. So you just need to beat a 6. So go ahead and roll me a d20, please.
Got a 15.
You overcleared that. You actually get this. It just roars to life. You hear the gigantopede just let out a massive shriek. And this is when you see the real terror and power of this thing, because you see it rear up and its head dive into the tendon and just start ripping and tearing. And within a few seconds, it's already gone. The people inside the visitor center are just giving you applause and claps. The people on the ground from the devastation are just, yay, thank you. Not like you didn't take your time.
Like a you issue.
And this is when you notice the compartment opens up to where one of the teams, the rigging teams, because this is something that, no, they are not going to force you to do by yourself, because that would be certain death. There's actually someone who operates the crane, and there's a team that specifically monitors the spool that for that heavy wire that lowers you and raises you. And the head that comes down, you see that it's actually Rancid, and Rancid, the head of engineering, looks at you and goes, "Ah, there you are, Mori. So, working hard as always. Yep. You know, I can't promote you anymore. You're already the second in command."
Could give me your job.
That's what. Always with them good jokes. That's what I like about you. And, of course, that determination can't be beat. But I'm actually here bothering you for something else. Mori, how about you enjoy yourself an actual night off of work and go and take in that company-wide fight club and go watch some idiots get their faces smashed in by them people in black.
I'll see that happen every day. I don't need to take a night off for that.
Mori, you're killing me with these jokes. But I'll leave it up to you. If you want to head on down, you can go ahead. Just remember to close up your station. But if you do decide to, that's all you gotta do. But if you want to go ahead and keep on working, it's on you, Mori. Just wanted to go ahead and offer you the night off.
Last night off I took, 8 generators went down, 6 doors broke, and visitors were places.
Rancid was already gone. And as you say that, another generator blows off and far off in the distance.
There's always another one. Always.
God damn it. Oh my god, this is fantastic. This is going perfect. So let us now head on back to all of our group, except for Mori, who is now heading toward the next present generator that is going down. And now this generator, Mori, that is presently going to be going down, allow me to give you a good idea of where this is. Oh no, it is actually heading towards the amniotic thermal springs. It is actually close to the bathhouse. So granted, it's still close to the central musculature, so you're still dealing with the tendons, but you have been hearing rumors that there have been not the compound organisms, but strange humanoids that have been seen in the area. So and for you, all that means is just more stuff fucking with your equipment.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not going to say how you get over there because no one knows how you get around. And we're going to leave that mystery still there.
Thank you.
It's just 1 minute you're in that harness, and when the guys pull it up, you're fucking gone, and they're like, what?
Yeah, hey, don't be jumping over that. If you would have missed, you would have went down the stairs.
You know what? I'm leaving that there. That's literally what they say. But no, everyone that is literally one of the local myths and legends of the Mystery Flesh Pit is the elusive engineer. No one knows how Mori gets around.
They want me to slather them up in barbecue and on the side, skeletators.
Sticky Joe, he was gonna save that recipe just for us. How could you?
And we go to that. That is literally what Moonlight says as we go from Mori's disappearing act to Moonlight. You actually happen to see Sticky Joe and your Retzi with some other groups, and Riley, he blows you a kiss as he goes to head off to where the people in Black's area.
Nah, I pick him up and I kiss him, and then I put him back down.
Riley goes for one of those really, really dramatic kisses where he dips you and everything.
And it's so funny because Moonlight is actually 6'4".
Which makes this great is that this is a 5'6". He's 5'6" doing this.
And that Moonlight loves her shorties.
And he says, Moonlight, I'm about to do what you do to me every day. I'm gonna take your breath away, honey.
You know what? I'm gonna keep this comment to myself.
And he happily waves as he runs off to go meet with the other 5 members. As finally the first person in Black is finally knocked out, not from someone who was actually fighting him on equal terms, but because he was fucking exhausted from beating the shit out of 60 people. And that's when you hear Riley say, wow, man, you're just like your now I see why you're Ip Man the Third. You're just like your great-grandfather. The individual takes Riley's hand and does a martial arts, does a wushu bow to him. Riley responds in kind, and they head off to go get ready for the next person to take their fight. So, Moonlight, who would you like to go run and talk to first?
Well, since I still have half of a chicken left, I'm gonna talk to Sticky Joe, see if he wants one.
Oh, and if Sticky Joe's not back yet, I will say as you're heading back over there, Sheila spots you, and she runs over happily and goes, oh my god, is it the champion of the arena herself?
I guess. My name is Moonlight.
Oh, honey, you need to remember that you are the champion here because you beat all those guys last time, honey.
Oh, yeah. Ah, that was fun. I can't wait to do that again.
Are you gonna be fighting tonight?
Maybe.
Oh my goodness, I will make sure to sign you up.
Ooh, okay. I just take a giant bite of the chicken. Well, the hell with Sticky Joe then? I kind of need my protein.
Sheila goes off to make sure you're all signed up for your fight.
Somewhere in the distance, Sticky Joe senses what happened. Just like, ah.
Your chicken senses are tingling.
Exactly.
You smell just the most delicious roasted chicken as you see Moonlight just holding a half of a roasted chicken, eating it as she approaches you.
Oh, man, Sticky Joe's having a little bit of a rough after night, you know? Glump left him, and now Moonlight's eating up all the chicken. It's like, come on, what's next? Okay.
I'll hold off a severed leg. You want a bite?
Yeah, you just see him float through the air, following the scent of the chicken, and takes a bite.
It's rotisserie.
Cartoony fashion, I swallow the whole thing. Ends and all.
I just swallow the rest of my chicken, just carcass, bone, and all. So Sticky Joe can't eat anything else.
I mean, I ate 2 people earlier tonight, and that didn't fill me up.
And you couldn't call me over? Oh wait, I was out with Riley.
I mean, Sticky Joe did a different kind of feasting.
Oh.
Alright, well,
I'm glad you had your fun.
Sticky Joe must now go meditate before his fight. So, I'm gonna go off to my trailer.
You got the fight too?
You can come too, but I mean, if you want to sit there and watch Sticky Joe solve a Rubik's Cube with his bare nipples as he meditates.
No. Moonlight's asking Sticky Joe. It's like, oh, you gonna fight too? Yay! Fighting buddies! And she just like slaps Sticky Joe on the back and then immediately regrets it.
Now you're stuck following me because your hand's stuck to my back.
Exactly! Ah!
The back hair wraps around your hand. It's like, you ain't going nowhere.
And then like the back of your greasy, crusty hair just starts fusing to my skin.
Moonlight, give me a difficulty 4 D20 roll. This is an intellect D20 roll.
I got a 13.
Okay, you actually got it. As you pull your hand away from Sticky Joe's back, you're just getting grossed out. As you turn, you see a really shady-looking motherfucker go hover their hand over Sticky Joe's drink and drop something in it.
I go over and I slap my dirty hand in the guy's face. Take the stank.
Their mouth foams and they go unconscious.
And then I'm gonna take the cup and shit, I gotta take this to security.
Or does Sticky Joe realize what just happened?
Yeah, you just saw all that go down right now.
Sticky Joe got an idea. I'm gonna save this for later.
Do I have to call somebody? Are you gonna end up in the list after this? Because now I'm a little concerned.
I mean, I'm the one who gives tickets to the officers. They thank me for pulling them over.
Okay. Out of character, I'm going to tell you both right now, this is not a knockout drug. This is actually a very, very powerful poison.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that, because unless you would have specifically told me, because Moonlight still don't know shit, that's why she wants to take it to the office to see what the fuck is in this thing.
I just wanted to be above board and tell you right now, this is not a date rape drug. This is actually a very powerful poison that would have basically eaten Sticky Joe from the inside out. It has a time delay. It would have activated during the fight.
Huh.
So just wanted to be above board, let you know, this is not a knockout drug.
Yeah, mine out of character. I wasn't planning on using it against my opponents. It's cheating. It's for chumps. But that's just something I'd want to hold on to later, but not.
You can hold on to it. I need to know that this is not what you guys might have. It's like, nope, this is not actually.
No, he's not holding on to it. Moonlight's taking it because she got the cup. She's taking it to the goddamn office to find out what the fuck it is false. Because she finds Sticky Joe to be a good friend.
Right. But how do we know they're not in on it?
What was that, Essen?
Yuretsi can test it because they only inflict half the damage on me.
Oh.
I mean, did you want to actually test it? Is she near me and Sticky Joe?
Yeah, she's near.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, we're going to take it to Yuretsi first.
Ritzy, give me a difficulty 3 intellect roll.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So that just means you have to beat a 9.
I got 9 on the die.
All right, meat beats. So, what this is that this is actually one of the newest inventions from Anodyne. This is literally this is taking the stomach acid of the PBBO and taking that and concentrating it literally into small crystallized pellets and putting it into pill form. And essentially what this is supposed to be used for is clearing your drain. But if ingested, it will eat you from the inside out.
Like drain cleaner would, yeah.
Yes, this is a super industrial eldritch drain cleaner, pretty much.
She's like, oh, where'd she get this?
A guy tried to drug Sticky Joe.
Not the first time. Plenty of guys tried to drug Sticky at the bar.
It's more like trying to kill you.
Yeah, and you can, and the reason why the other guys was trying to drug you at the bar is because you kept running out on the check.
Oh, there's that one time he accidentally wandered into the Blue Oyster bar because he thought it was about seafood.
I mean, they do have really good clam chowder, though, to be fair.
Yeah, Sticky Joe did not want any chowder. He left.
Yeah, well,
So the guy that you knocked out, Moonlight, he's starting to come to, and he's going to try to get away. So if you want to stop him, you're going to need to beat this is you, Moonlight. So I'm just going to give you a difficulty 2, which is you have to beat a 6. Might roll.
and I got an 11.
How do you subdue him?
I'm gonna assume that me and Riley never stopped at my place, but you just went straight to the date, right?
Yep.
Oh my god. Moonlight still has a bow. So she's gonna shoot him right through the calf.
He screams and drops to the ground. And Sheila comes running over, her arms just, doing... She has him cocked up and her hands waving frantically, going, "Oh my goodness, what's going on over here?"
He's a creepy bastard who slips things in people's drinks.
Yeah, he tried to give our friend here a drain cleaner.
So he's a creepy bastard. So I just go over to the guy, I just grab him. Like, I dig my fingers into his windpipe as I lift him up.
And this is when you smell the faint aroma of a clove cigarette, and you see 2 individuals behind Sheila now, dressed in immaculate black suits. One has medium long hair. It just brushed back. He has a clove cigarette in his mouth, his hands in his pockets, and he stands about 5'11", maybe weighing about a good 170 pounds. He just has a little slight smirk on his mouth, on the other side of his mouth, where his cigarette's not in his wrist in his mouth. And the other gentleman, who is basically just maybe a little shorter than Riley, stands at 5'5", but weighs a whopping 300 pounds of solid muscle. Literally, his arms are freakishly long. They touch the ground, but they are about the size of a 16-pound bowling ball is how big his fists are. And he has a perfectly shaved bald head, a thick nose, and a really thick forehead, just eyebrow art. The supercilious, that's your eyebrow arch on your forehead. So he really just looks like a Cro-Magnon fucking Neanderthal.
Oh god, it's an anime character.
So the short one looks at you and then just lets out a grunt and points at the dude you're choking. And the dude you're choking, he says, please, I'll tell you anything you want. Just don't give me to them.
Okay. I just say okay. I don't want him to go.
The little one looks at you and gives you a look of just, he like puffs out his cheeks, getting angry, glares at you. And the aloof one just pops him upside the back of his head and goes, hey, remember, that's, you know who that is. That's Moonlight. She's probably one of the only people here that can actually kick your ass.
You fucked up.
I'm the strongest.
And with my free hand, because I still have the bow in my other hand, with my 2 fingers, I pick up an arrow, I put it in my teeth, I re-strum my bow, and I push back, and I aim it at the guy. It's like, we can fight if you want, or you can just leave.
And that's when Sheila goes, oh, wait. How about a crazy idea then? If you think you're the strongest and you want to pick a fight with Miss Moonlight, how about you fight her tonight? He grunts and he goes to walk towards the people in black's fight area, and he just looks at you, Moonlight.
I flip him off.
His face just turns a violet, just a bright, deep violet red.
I shoot the arrow, not aiming at his foot, but right next to his foot, off by a centimeter.
He just lets out a roar at you, and then he just heads back towards the dressing area.
Bye!
The taller gentleman goes, oh, great, you pissed off the ape. This is going to be good. Oh, Joker, settle down. Moonlight will be fine.
So, what's the deal with that guy?
Kazu there, he likes to think himself the strongest thing that walks on 2 feet. And
That's every man, though. Let's face it.
yeah, but I don't think many other dudes that are like that have gotten embarrassed by Riley that badly, because Riley was just goofing around, being his usual self, and Kazu didn't like it. So Kazu wanted to get in Riley's face, and, well, you know what Riley does, and Riley put him in the ground.
Yeah, that's why I like him. He puts people in the ground.
And, well, Kazu just thinks it doesn't make sense because he seems like someone who doesn't care, blah, blah, blah. You understand. I think you understand.
Okay, first of all, if you're going to completely judge someone, how dangerous someone is based on how they look, you gotta stop that right now, because there was another guy a couple of weeks ago. That motherfucker was wearing some leg warmers. It's almost 80 degrees out here, and he's wearing leg warmers. You need to be terrified.
But I think I saw that guy. I ran for cover.
Exactly, those leg warmers don't lie. And he's in a goddamn leotard, too. You know he's scary.
But, so, that's just Kazu's thing. Now, you know what, Moonlight? I really like you. You got a good head on your shoulder, and the last time you fought here in the Fight Club, I made a fuck ton of money.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that the first time I fought?
Yep, everyone thought you were fighting some dude who's like super gifted at martial arts or whatever, some bullshit, and everyone thought you were gonna get like beat badly, so everyone was betting against you, and I was the only person who bet on you because Riley doesn't gamble.
Well, yeah, but that was fun. I miss that guy.
God, you made me money.
Yeah, too bad he's in the ice. He's still in the ICU.
I mean, the things you did to him, but still. So look, one of the things I can tell you is Kazu may be strong, but he has no idea for like actual fight strategy.
Oh, well, shit. Well, in that case, I should probably be a little bit more on my toes.
And especially technique. He believes brute strength is the way to overcome everything, and the power of his fist will overcome any technique, which is why Riley beat his ass so badly, because that man is all technique.
Okay, I take back what I said. If this was some drunken fist bullshit, yeah, I would have had to stay on my toes, but if he's just an idiot and he has no discipline in fighting whatsoever, and he doesn't study any strategies, like at all, it's like, our planet is filled with strategies and military intelligence. Just pick up a book. I yell back to the guy, pick up a book!
You just hear a monster scream from the back. Ah! And yes, as you saw, the man is tiny, but he has all that massive muscle on the top. But here's the thing, the man does not believe in leg day, so go for the legs.
So I still have the motherfucker. I'm still holding this guy up with one hand. I put my bow back. I take off my belt. I drop my pants, and I flex my thighs. You never forget leg day.
Before Joker can let out a whistle, you can see like Riley's head poking around from the corner, just giving like a death glare at Joker, and Joker just goes, all right, Riley. And Riley slowly just goes back around the corner.
I try to look back to see what Joker's looking at.
And Riley's already gone, and Joker's just like, Jesus Christ.
I turn around my pants. My pants are around my ankles. And then I turn around again, my pants are still around my ankles, and the guy I'm holding, and he's just like flopping all over the place.
And so, oh wait, and you know what? One of the other things I forgot to describe about Joker is that on his left eye, he's wearing an eye patch that has a Jolly Roger skull skeleton on the front of it. And Joker goes, all right, guys, well, look, I'm going to go pretend that I'm cheering on the idiots over there in the suits. Granted, my only real friend over there is Riley. I put up with Kazu because Kazu is, I ain't gonna lie, he makes me laugh with his just that hard-headedness. So I'll see you crazy ones from over here later. And he takes a drag from his cigarette, and that's when you finally notice that this entire time he's been puffing, blowing out smoke. The smoke he was blowing out was like mixture of green and purple, and it was sparkling. And that the cigarette was never dragging down. And when he finally blows it out, he like basically spins into it like a spiral, and the smoke and him are gone.
See, I knew he hides the good shit. I fucking knew it. He always hides the good shit.
You guys actually know that is actually a prototype. That is one of the prototypes that Anodyna has created, utilizing some of the materials from the Mystery Flesh Pit.
Oh, sorry. Has the guy who tried to poison Sticky Joe have been interrogated?
Oh no, you guys still have him. His Moonlight still has him by the throat. What would you like to ask?
I mainly just want to ask why. Like, what was the reason behind it?
Look, I'm just an intern, and I wanted to ensure that I had a set path to work with the people in black, and Odin said that if I helped to get rid of Joe, then I would have my set place working with the people in black. Apparently Joe like pissed off Odin or something or whatever and wanted to ensure like his fight will end with his death.
All you had to do was fill out a job application.
I mean, that sounds about right. He was rooting for Ted.
I mean, half the people that try to kill me, I end up getting high with them the next week. You know, it's an on and on thing with Sticky Joe.
She's gonna ask Moonlight, like, hey, can you tie him up? I need to take this guy somewhere.
Oh no!
Okay, you did that? Okay. Moonlight winks at you.
Absolutely straight-faced.
Since Joe has so much duct tape, you guys duct tape him up, and he's just wait. Now I kind of wish. Wait, what are you gonna do to me?
I really hope you include that sound effect.
You want to experience the park ranger life? I have something to show you.
He's gonna have so much fun.
What does your Etsy do?
Okay, so my background as a park guide is I found something I've never been able to explain even by standards of weirdness of the pit. I want to say it's a creature that she's gonna feed this guy to.
Oh my god. So,
I mean, it is allowed.
this is what you drag him out, and he can't scream anymore because his throat's just raw, and you've just been dragging him out of the fondue village, and you come to the mantle of it, and this is literally a uncharted area. They've just started clearing and drilling this area out, and as you said, you discovered something that no one has ever encountered in the flesh pit. But here's the thing, Yuretsi, I'm going to give you a little extra for your back. I want you to think about this over the next few sessions.
Mm-hmm.
You tamed it.
So I want to think it's because like it's like maybe a story passed down through her people that she found a way.
Yes. So you know exactly where to put him, and as you lay him there, he's just crying, and then just the wind, everything changes. Just a very emaciated arm comes from around the corner. The talons on each finger is maybe about a good 8 inches long. The skin is stretched taut to where every vein is visible. Then when the head comes around, the skull, it looks to be as if like a deer, but the stretched taut flesh is on the top, but around the mouth area, the flesh started to rip where these sharp teeth came through. The eyes are so small that they just look like pearls inside of its large sockets. And then just this long mane, gray hair runs back, and it has just a long gray tail. Its arms just as long as its legs, so it's able to go quadrupedal or bipedal. And as it approaches him, it looks at you, it senses your intention. With one hand, he's able to pick him up. His jaws stretch wider and wider. And then from the inside, 2 human arms come out, grabbing him by the face, and as he looks inside and sees the glowing eyes looking at him, he just screams. And you hear in your heart telling you, leave. And as you turn away, those arms slowly just start to pull him inside the mouth.
Well, she's specifically gonna go, have fun, Bruno.
And his fate is sealed. And you know what? Engineering, you and Mori, you are able to catch video footage of that thing.
Yep.
It looks up at the video, it sees you, it gives you a nod, because out of all the entities in the flesh pit, this is the only one that doesn't fuck with your equipment.
It knows better. We have a mutual respect.
And wow, you know what, dear listeners? I did not realize how long just getting up to the fights was going to be. So we're actually going to leave off on a cliffhanger before we go into the actual Fight Club fight. Because I don't want to rush all this, because my players, you guys have been doing amazing, and we have actually gone for almost an hour and a half now, which is about the amount of time I like to spend per session for. So just time got real away from us. So we will be stopping here, be right before the next fights. And we will find out more about the mystery of why Odin is targeting Sticky Joe as we go into the actual first Fight Club rounds between Sticky Joe and Odin. And dear listeners, this next session will be one you won't want to meet because it might have a quite explosive middle. So, dear listeners, until our next one, goodbye.